Well, it's been about a year since the last show that came out, and it's had a lot of negative reception. So I've decided to give my 2 cents about it, even if it's a bit late. My name is Credible Critic, and that's what I'll be talking about today.
Yes, no, maybe. I don't know. Can you repeat the question? You're not the boss of me now. You're not the boss of me now. You're not the boss of me now, and you're not so big. You're not the boss of me now. You're not the boss of me now. You're not the boss of me now, and you're not so big.
To be honest, I enjoyed some of it, but not all of it. I'll divide the movie into two halves because that's basically what this movie is. Those being the Ray part and the Finn part. The story of the Ray part is that she finds Luke continuing the cliffhanger from episode 7. She wants him to train her, but he refuses, and we find out that's because he's given up on being a Jedi Master. We also later find out that Luke trained Kylo Ren, and is basically the reason he went to the dark side. It shows that even Mary Sue characters can screw up, and that's something I appreciate about this film as an action-adventure movie. And it succeeds at being that to an extent, it just fails at being a Star Wars sequel. For instance, many people felt like Luke was out of character, and they were right. He's turned into a grumpy old man, and that's one thing most people despise about this movie. And even Mark Hamill hates it too. Thankfully, he lightens up later in the movie, and in that scene with Yoda, he shows that he was faking not caring much about a Jedi text. When Rey had the vision and she saw the big black hole, he saw it too and kept telling her to open her eyes and stop, but she lost control. I'm not sure if I want to call this good character development or not, but regardless, her showing this weakness to the dark side may be a step in the right direction, and is proving she might not be a total Mary Sue as others would claim. My gripe with this though is that it's copying Luke in the Empire Strikes Back, and I realize this movie is pretty much based on that one, but it's still no excuse for Disney to not go with something new rather than rehashing old plot points from the movie that's based on. Showing that she has an inner struggle like Luke did begs the question, will she go to the dark side? I think that she's got the willpower to resist it, but her insecurities might push her to it. And those being that she doesn't know who her parents were. Rey finds out in the cave that was shown in her vision that she's the daughter of some drunks. And as a twist that may be disappointing to some people, but it's parallel to Luke finding out the guy that slaughtered millions of innocent lives was his father on Empire Strikes Back. To be honest, that's a good parallel because we were all expecting Luke to be her father. So Disney went with the polar opposite, and it was a surprise. Not necessarily a letdown in my opinion, but a good twist nonetheless. So the part with Finn and a new character named Rose is, at the beginning of the movie, the Resistance fleet was under attack, and Rose's sister sacrificed herself, leaving only a necklace behind that Rose is later seen wearing. I'll admit the subplot is kind of what made this movie mediocre because it's admittedly kind of boring. So what they do is Leia almost dies at the beginning of the movie, so she appoints the purple haired girl that I don't care enough about to look at the name because she's a pain in the butt. Poe disobeys her orders and sends Finn on a mission to find the Codebreaker to disable the enemy ship's shields. And when Finn is about to get on an escape pod to go there, Rose finds him, then forces him to take her along, and they go to a casino where the Codebreaker is supposed to be. Then when they get arrested for making racket in there, they find the Codebreaker in the cell they're in. They break out, free some Horse aliens from their confinement, and almost get caught again, but they get away. There are two big scenes. One that represents the awesome side of this movie, and that's the scene where Luke forces his way into the Battle of Crate. And to put it simply, he saves Rey's butt. The second example in this movie is the battle with Kylo and Rey. That's where they kill Emperor Snoke. Yep, no backstory reveal. They just cut his head off. I mean, maybe they'll do a reveal in episode 9, but I don't know. That's the dumb side of this movie. Now, I admit that battle was pretty cool, but overall, that scene was disappointing because of Snoke getting killed. That's the dumb side of this movie. Okay, I'll admit this movie has its off moments, but like every other movie in the franchise, it makes me want to watch the next one. In my opinion, this movie isn't the best, but it's certainly not utter trash that we should erase from our minds forever. It's just simply mediocre. And since the franchise will probably never die thanks to the big fat hungry mouse owning it, I say we should highlight the good things about these movies instead of complaining about the bad CG for Snoke or the Ewok replacements being as marketable as actual Ewoks. Now, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a wonderful day. Merry Christmas. See you in 2019. And this is Credible Critic signing off.